Today we are going to talk about logistics. Why is it important? We often see people, we call them technologists, who say, I have created the best template for eBay. I have researched all the eBay item specifics and put everything in a place. I have performed some analytics on best keywords on Etsy, and I have copy-pasted the most successful bullets on Amazon listing, and my items do not sell. So it's important what happens, and what we actually speak, we always keep in mind some mechanism that we call three-leg table of your product. So imagine you have the best product, you know everything in your niche, and you know that your sourcing is good enough to beat the competition on the marketplace you are. But it's still not enough. Except of the product itself, you have to provide it in the correct way to your clients, to prepare it. So what we actually see, we see the three main parameters of this preparation of your product. One is the technology. The second one is the customer service. And the third one is the logistics. Now, what actually happens, it creates the foundation of your online sales. Now, if you want to put your product, your beautiful jewelry, you have to somehow maintain with these three components. Now, today we're going to talk about logistics. The separate videos will be on the technology and customer service. Let's go back to the economics theories. A very important understanding of economics is home bias. What does it mean? If I have the same product placed near my home, or I have the same product put somewhere far from my home, I will always prefer to buy it near my home, close to my home. Why does it happen? Very simple, I feel more safe if I have the product close to me. Now, ideally, what I would like to do, I would like to take it in my hands and check it with my eyes, with all my senses. But online, we don't have this ability. And this creates some very specific problem that the client has to buy the product without actually seeing it and feeling it. So home bias means as closer we have the product to us, so better this product will be sold. Now, additional reason for the importance of the logistics is that jewelry, especially in jewelry, the purchase is very emotional. Which means once I decide to buy something, I want to have it now, or even better, yesterday. So we don't build the time machine, but we have to understand this idea. As faster our client has a chance, our potential buyer has a chance to receive the item, so higher are the chances he will purchase it. Now imagine the cases when in the jewelry, in the wedding jewelry and engagement jewelry, if the guy wants to propose to the girl, sometimes he needs the item tomorrow. So the logistics plays a very important role and can change dramatically our results. So it's not enough to be the technologist and to know all the best match algorithms of eBay and how the bullets of Amazon are created and what are the title length. This is just one part. This is just the technology of the sale, and actually your product is above it, but logistics is near and also important. So we saw amazing cases when, without changing anything in the product and in the technology and leaving the same customer service, only with logistics, the sales can go up by hundreds of percents. Very simple, it adds trust to your product. Now, what are actually our to-dos when we think about logistics, when we create the plan how to increase the logistics? As we already said, the first idea is to ship your items quickly. Fast handling is crucial. Both if we think about the client himself, he wants to get the product tomorrow, and also we always speak, when we speak about technology, marketplaces need some measurable performance indicators of your business. So it's very easy for any marketplace to count the amount of days that it took you to ship your item. So if you ship the item in 3 days or even next day, or you ship your item in 2 weeks, it will make a big difference. So quick handling is very important. Now, we totally understand that in jewelry, often the jewelry is being created after the order. So how this issue can be solved? What we always do, we try to find some best sellers of your jewelry and make it as ready as possible. So imagine you have 3,000 different items in your store. Of course, it's impossible to have all this stock ready for shipment, especially in the fine jewelry when the items can cost $5,000, $10,000. But even in the fashion jewelry, it's impossible to have 3,000 different SKUs ready for shipment. It's impossible budget. So lowering the handling time must be done step by step. Even if we have, and the very simple solution will be, even if you have some 10 items that are sold once in a day, or maybe once in a week, once in 3 weeks, this is something that can be already estimated. So in this case, what would be the solution is taking these 10 best-selling items and preparing them, let's say 3 months before. Now there are many additional things that actually come up when you start to create these items, because creating many items at once will also lower the cost of production. So actually your sourcing becomes better, or if you order some items from some external source, if you're just working in e-tailing niche, not producing by yourself but only in trading, in this case what will actually happen, instead of ordering 10 items that you will sell in the closest week, you can actually make some estimation and calculation based on your last months. Usually it's about 3 months, and from this to derive how much you can order, how many items you can order, to assure that your logistics will be for these most sold items, to ensure that these items will be shipped quickly. Another thing that we often came into, especially for the people, for the jewelry designers that actually create their jewelry at home. I believe that any country has the service that your post officer will come to your home and will pick up these items. Sometimes it's just the matter of calling once to the post office and asking, how can I actually order this office that your jewelry will be picked up from home? So you're not post officer, you're jeweler, so you're supposed to do jewelry and least logistics. And it's possible to save a lot of time and to shorten the handling time by just making this agreement maybe for additional cost, with your local carrier or post provider who will pick up the items from you and you will be doing your job. The next step of your logistics is fulfillment. What is actually fulfillment? There are many fulfillment centers today in the world that service mostly the e-commerce people for one simple thing. If I want to put my items close to the clients, once I run my business for a year or two and I have statistics, some significant statistics that I know where my target audience is, I don't have to create my own logistics company. Using fulfillment centers like Fulfilled by Amazon or many others, e-fulfillment centers or many others, allows for one simple thing. I can put my items inside the center, placed close to the client, and with some fee, about $4, $5 per delivery, it will be on the order, it will be picked up, wrapped up, and sent to the client. Again, you're the jeweler. You have to work with your jewelry and not walk to the post office and back. Now, it's very important step. Putting item on fulfillment center will allow you to provide 24-hour delivery, next day delivery, which means with the right technology, again, everything works, of course, together, right? Our goal is to create the best customer service, but with the right technology, by integrating your inventory with the fulfillment center, okay, the moment you receive the order on eBay or Etsy or Amazon and it's being paid, your system, your inventory system updates the Fulfilled by Amazon, for example, your fulfillment center, and in 24 hours your jewelry is being sent to the client. Why is it important? When we speak about it, it's dozens and sometimes hundreds of % of increase in your sale. Very simple. Now, additional thing, it saves a lot of manpower. When you find yourself with 100 and sometimes 1,000 items being sent each month, you get used to it if you have a team of 5 people dealing with it. But when you have the Christmas period, the Mother's Day period, the Valentine's period, or whatever takes maybe some of your local holidays, there are certainly you will get peaks in your sales. And then you have two options. You have to bring additional people into your office, or you work with the fulfillment centers that virtually have endless capacity to deal with your items, with your delivery. Now, here, how actually we work with the fulfillment. Normally what we advise to our clients is to create the estimation for the next 3 months of operation and put this quick selling items into the fulfillment center. Now, not always it's possible to fulfill the center for 3 months, so you can start with a budget. The budget you can provide to this matter will pay itself off. So how do we choose what to send into fulfillment? First, we say it's quick sellers. Quick sellers are items that are sold once in a week, once in a day, once in 2 weeks, something that you can create some good estimation for the next 3 months delivery and sending. Additional thing, it's very important to put into your fulfillment center only repetitive items. What does it mean? If I have some unique item, I will not be able to enjoy from the fulfillment as much as if it's something I can recreate several times. Why is it important? And now we go back to the technology. An important influence of the fulfillment and of the quick selling items is to help your store grow and get better rates on the marketplaces. Now, there are two ways how your store is being promoted, or actually your items. One is per item and the second is per store. What does it mean? If I have an item that was sold 20 times, all feedbacks and reviews are positive, this item will go up in the search algorithms. At the same time, it will also take up all the results in my store. So if there are quick sellers, the main work of the quick sellers is to pull your items up in the search result of the marketplace. Now, with that, how does it happen that your item, you will always see these items on every marketplace, get actually stuck on the first places of the search results? It's very easy. If I have an item that was sold 20 times, 500 times, 1,000 times, or maybe even 10 times, it depends on the category you're selling in, it gives a very good estimation, okay, for the marketplace that the item is good. So if I use my fulfillment to actually boost my shop performance, and this is a very important work for me, I will prefer putting in my fulfillment only the items that I can create this history. So I cannot create history for an item that I have just one of it, or I have bought 5 necklaces and I will not be able to buy additional necklaces, same necklaces. So I will never be able to actually add additional items to my fulfillment center. In opposite, if I have an item that I know that I can always reproduce or rebuy and again restock my fulfillment center, these are the correct items, because these items will be able to reach this good history of 5 sales, 10 sales, 50 sales, and so on. A good example might be, a very useful example might be an eBay strategy when we put items in the fulfillment. First, on the dumping prices, means on the very low prices when my main goal is to break the market. If this item costs $50 to me, I will put it on $30 and sell it while I lose money. After 2 sales, the item goes up in the search results. There is higher chance that the item will be sold. Also psychologically, when the person comes to buy some item and sees that the item was already sold for 2 or 3 times, okay, the item is good, I will buy it. Now, after putting the item on $30 price, we raise the price to $35. When we get to 10 items sold, or depending on the category, sometimes 50 or some matching number, we raise the number to 40, 50, and so on and so on. There is no goal to actually get some revenue from this purchase. What we create items that pull up the sales of all the main items, of all the target items where we do get revenue. And for this, we definitely use the fulfillment centers, because we don't want to handle sometimes 100 orders per month with these quick sellers. Additional thing to remember when choosing the right jewelry for your fulfillment center is that the items that you send to the fulfillment center should require least customization. This is why we do not suggest sending rings into fulfillment center, for example, because if I think that about the situation when I have to send 10 different sizes, sometimes even more, right? If it's quarters, to the fulfillment center, I will not be able to create some significant stock of each variation of the specific ring, because I will have to send it in white gold, yellow gold, and red gold, multiplied by 10 different sizes, for example. Okay, so it's also already 30 variation of the ring that you have to actually create, physically create and send it. So the budget for this operation will be much higher as, if we take, for example, earrings or a bracelet or a necklace. In example of the necklace, the only variation will be red gold, yellow gold, and white gold, or maybe a gemstone. Additional thing why we personally prefer not to send items into fulfillment center is because the chance of receiving 100% positive feedback from your clients in rings is a little bit lower. Not because of you, but simply because people sometimes mistake in their sizing. So what happens, there is a chance that there will be also a request to return the item, return the ring. And in this case, if you're selling internationally, not all the buyers like to send their items somewhere abroad. They simply don't know how to do it. So make sure that the item that you're selling will have some variations to increase the chance to sell the item. And on the other side, there should be not so many variations of the item, and preferably not the rings. This comes from our personal experience. This comes together with the next theme of logistics, which is returns. Returns are very important. Clear returns policy plays a very important role in your sale. Why? Simply because it adds trust to you. If the client who has no ability to touch the ring, the necklace or some other jewelry has to decide about purchasing, he wants to be sure that even if it didn't work out well, he will have the ability to return the item. A very simple thing that we suggest, if you're sure that everything goes well with your products, simply increasing the return rate from the return period from 30 days to 60 days makes miracles. Now, in the logistics, there is a very important player together with you, and it's your carrier, your post carrier, the one who will send it for you. So the best recommendation would be, while working with your carrier, bargain for better prices. It's amazing how the logistics can improve if you reduce the cost of sending of your jewelry, for example, from $60 to $30. These are very important numbers. Saving $30 on a $500 purchase can change very significantly your proposition to the client, your price proposition. Now, another very advanced technique that might be used, especially in international sales, is consolidation. Consider introducing this technique, and it can save you a lot of costs. The consolidation means that you get the local partner near to your target audience, who will basically receive some consolidated shipping of 10, 20, 50 items together, depends on your on the amount of items that you sell weekly, and you send once in 3 days or once in a week. You send one parcel with 10 items to this person who actually distributes it in the target country. It can save a lot of money in the international shipping, or alternatively, you can provide much better offer Instead of sending with standard economy, shipping, you can actually take it higher to very quick shipping, like next day shipping by FedEx or DHL or some other provider. And the last two things to remember: play by the rule. Playing by the rule mean check your legal part. Make sure that you're sending your items legally, and because you're building some long-term business and don't want to spend some time with the local authorities explaining why your item was sold to some country that you may not sell the jewelry to, or once, especially it happens with returns, why when your client has returned the item, actually it is considered the illegal import of the jewelry. So to avoid it, make sure that you're playing by the rule. And of course, remember to use a good insurance, where again a good bargain can make the insurance very much affordable, especially by lowering the minimal payment to the insurance company. If you lower it from $50 to $20 in the fine jewelry, in the diamond jewelry, it plays towards you, because it saves you $30 each on each delivery. And of course, switching to, let's say, 0.3% of the delivery, or 0.1 if you're strong enough, will also improve your offer to your clients significantly. To summarize, when selling online, when preparing your product to the client, always have in mind this idea of the 3 legs table, and logistics will stay probably even in the center. So the important idea is, don't be the technologist, understand the need of the client. The purchase is not only the product, but everything what is around it. And this is what will change the game. I hope this video was helpful. Feel free to comment, to like and share the videos. We will be glad to share from our experience. Have a good selling.